Phil Collins once famously wrote the lyrics, "I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord." And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord. For 30 men and 30 women, tonight is that moment. We are hours away from kicking off WrestleMania season with the most unpredictable Royal Rumble in history. But before we can do that, we have to talk about the go-home show to the Rumble. The last show before Mania season skyrockets through the stratosphere. Smackdown, January 28th, 2022. Sasha Banks swerves us all. Sasha Banks returns. Sasha Banks in the Royal Rumble? Oh, we're gonna talk about it. Seth Rollins face to face with Roman Reigns, but this time Rollins refused to be out-heeled. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. Then Naomi continues to produce one banger after another. Will she ever get the respect she truly deserves? I'd like to say time will tell, but the sad truth about time is it always runs out. But BC knows the reality. And the reality is Naomi, in every match she's in, is always the highlight reel and always stealing the match. Time after time, year after year, yet she continues to be reduced to mediocrity because the truth is, this company can't keep up with her. That's right, BC said it. She's too good for this company. You see, years ago when she held that title, she showed up to a live event with said title glowing. That's right, she showed up with a glowing title. She was innovative, trying new things, seeing what worked and what didn't. After all, that's what live events are for, right? Fans in attendance loved it. Photos leaked online and the response was off the chart positive. People wanted the glow titles. Not just kids, grown adults. Wanted it for their collections. Wanted to sport that shit at parties. All the response that I saw. It could have been something big. So you know what the result was? Well, BC would like to tell you that Vince McMahon marketed the fuck out of those glow belts. The company made a fortune, Naomi's star shined brighter than ever. But no, you see, BC can't tell you that. Instead, Vince punished Naomi and never allowed those glow titles to see the light of day. You see, we can have the snake titles, the rattlesnake titles, we can have the Brahma Bull titles. We can have spinning titles, that's right. Title belts that literally spin in a circle. But a glow title, well, that's just absurd. You see, that may catch on. That may captivate attention. That may put you, Naomi, on a pedestal that I, VKM, have already chosen for others. So no, Naomi, that idea is scrapped. No, there will not be any glowing titles for sale at Target. You can go back to catering where they just put out a fresh batch of triple-layered mousse cake. You see, Naomi has patiently waited and waited and waited to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But sometimes you gotta light that bitch ablaze yourself. If you cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel, do not be afraid to light that son of a bitch up yourself. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. Smackdown, January 28th, 2022. The go-home show to the Royal Rumble. The go-home show to WrestleMania season. There's only one thing left to do! Steffi, hit my music! Red team, go! Alright, my amplified unit. We are literally just a few hours away from the Royal Rumble in the start of WrestleMania season, so I'm going to try to keep this review as short and sweet as possible while hitting every detail imaginable, because you guys deserve the best, and you have come to the best for the reviews of these shows. I'm going to give that exactly to you. I will be straight up as always. We got hit with a huge snowstorm overnight, and we're still piling on inches. Vince McMahon wishes that was the case with Austin Theory. Yo! Vince McMahon wishes Austin Theory was piling on some inches, but we are getting drilled with a snowstorm. Again, I'm sure Vince McMahon wishes he was getting drilled with Theory snowstorm. I'm sorry I got him, man. The way, if you're new to the channel, man, we have a lot of fun with the way Vince McMahon looks at Austin Theory. It's creepy, it's cringeworthy, but I can't help but laugh. Anyway, it's a snowstorm personified, man. I have to trudge just to get over to the Lexus, and then it looks like there's a whole fucking sheet of ice plastering the Lexus. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun, man. Hopefully in post-edit, maybe I can put up some photos and show you. It's gonna take an hour just to get on my ventures, but we do have some traveling to do before the Rumble, so I'm hopefully I can get all of that done beforehand. But anyway, that's what's going on up northeast, man. We got a huge snowstorm that we're battling through, but I'll be damned if you guys do not get a good, the bad, and the ugly review of the Royal Rumble tomorrow morning, man. You will. I hope to do that live. I don't know how the connection's gonna be because of the storm, but we are gonna have one of the best good, the bad, and the ugly reviews tomorrow, dude. If you guys are new to the channel, if you've never seen a pay-per-view review by BC, get ready, man. It's unlike anything you've ever seen. When we do it live, man, I take it to the chat and I let you guys fucking decide sometimes. When I'm just up in arms, I go, chat, you decide, was this good, bad, or ugly? And we fucking rock out as a unit, bro. So, any way possible, man, I'm gonna get that review out to you guys, man. I'm gonna trudge through the fucking blizzard. Battle through the elements to make sure my unit gets the review, man. But the Rumble is tonight, and BC will be with you in the AM for one badass review, man. The best that this community is going to offer you, I assure you. But to get to the Rumble, to get to Mania season, you gotta have the last show beforehand. What we call in the business, the go-home show. And this was the go-home show to the Rumble. This was January 28th, 2022, Smackdown. Charlie Flair starts this show doing her best Britt Baker impersonation, using the NFL in her promo, telling KC she's doing something that the Chiefs will never do again, and that's bring a championship to Kansas City. Now, of course, Wednesday night, Britt Baker decimated the Cleveland crowd and their Browns, especially Baker Mayfield. Britt Baker said, now let's get to the other Baker, the Baker that actually wins shit. Meaning her, of course, Britt Baker. Sorry, not sorry, Baker Mayfield. So that caused a lot of oohs and ahs in the crowd, man. That got a lot of headlines the next morning. So Charlotte tried her hand at it, man. Tried to decimate KC with their Kansas City, but it didn't land properly. Britt Baker just felt a little bit more natural. It was done more properly. But Charlie tried, man. She tried to bring in the NFL. I can't even blame her. It's probably the writers. It's probably Fox, right? That's why Fox likes to give Pat McAfee a lot more airtime. Pat McAfee is blowing up, man. His podcast, he just got a $120 million deal from FanDuel. Pat McAfee right now, man. Michael Cole, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, they better be on their fucking knees trying to keep Pat McAfee. Or at least Michael Cole should be. Vince McMahon's on his knees for Austin Theory. That's another story. I can't help myself. Come on, man. You see the way this dude looks at him? Oh, bro. But Pat McAfee is the shit, man. And Fox probably wanted them to insert some NFL lines. Anyway, I couldn't listen to that and not think fucking, this is a do-over of Britt Baker. Shayna Baszler then hits the ring, tells Charlie, if it comes down to the two of them at the Rumble, she's gonna, and I quote, snap her like a twig. Shayna, maybe focus on how to kick out of a roll-up. Just a thought. She was the leader of roll-ups last year. I believe JR said 15. I don't know why I want to keep saying 17, which I wouldn't doubt, but I think it was 15. But she led the division in how many times she got rolled up, and a bunch of them were in less than 2 minutes. This is one of supposedly the baddest women on the planet, right? Right underneath her good friend Ronda Rousey is how she should have been booked. Instead, the whole fucking year, she's just getting fruit roll-up, and now all of a sudden she's badass again, and she's gonna snap Charlie like a twig. Say what you want about Charlie's booking. Of course, Vince McMahon books her to the stratosphere, but she's over there winning title after title, and Shayna Baszler is collecting one roll-up after another. And you're going to talk shit to Charlie? It just didn't look right. How about build Shayna up to be a legit badass in WWE, and then everybody can look at her as such. So when she talks badass, we can believe it. Just didn't come across right, man. When you book somebody like shit, and then they try to sound tough, we're gonna laugh. Anyway, Baszler's out there talking shit to Charlie. Then Aaliyah comes out, man. Aaliyah comes out. I'm not sure what she was wearing, but half of her pants were missing, and BC was there for it. I was like, damn, Aaliyah is a fine piece of... Hold up, BC, hold up. Hold up, BC. Don't take the show that way. But Aaliyah! Damn! Aaliyah was going by an alias last night, and that name was Fire! Missing half her pants like that. She went out there with half her pants missing. BC couldn't concentrate on what the fuck she was saying. Natty then comes out. I'm not sure what she said because, in all honesty, BC was fully focused on her booyaka-booyakas! Her Mount Rushmores, man. Natty, man. You ever see Natty's YouTube channel with her sister, Jenny? I'm not even joking. It's a channel. I know I don't get to watch too much of this shit, but a while back, man, I saw this. They just bounced their boobs around, man. It was incredible. Television, YouTube vision, whatever you call this, it was incredible. They were like in a hot tub and they were just bouncing their boobs, and then they were just like playing with each other's. It was fucking incredible. You can tell they're really proud of that, of those girls, you know. And her sister Jenny, how do I say this? Will you fucking marry me? Just kidding. I'm kidding, man. But no, seriously, Jenny, whoa, man. Her sister, she's got a fine-ass sister, bro. I'm getting sidetracked, as I usually do at Natty's Booyakas. So she comes out and she's talking, she's saying stuff, she's saying words. Again, Natty is 50-50 booked all the time too, so you're gonna sound tough now. It's not gonna come across right if you just booked 50-50 status, man. Shotzi Blackheart. Yeah, I still call her Black. I know. Vince likes to take fucking half of your name and throw it into the fucking Pacific Ocean. But BC remembers these motherfuckers as such, you know? Shotzi Blackheart. I remember that shit. You know, I know Riddle as Matt Riddle. And I could come up with a whole fucking list that I still call by their name. Anyway, Shotzi Blackheart hits the ring. She says some words. At that point, I didn't even care. We were doing one of those things where the whole roster comes out, talks like a badass, and I'm like, get to the point. So Shotzi hits the ring, says some words. Then we hear the boss's music, bro. And I'm like, what are we, trolling here? Are we fucking trolling here? The boss. Not Vince McMahon, by the way. Not VKM. No, Sasha motherfucking Banks. And it was Sasha Banks, bro. This is why I went over this in the live stream. We went over the betting odds that Vegas has for who's going to win the Rumble. And guys, in the top 10, I think it was like in the 7th spot or some shit, Sasha Banks was in there. She's in the top 10 to win it. And BC was asking his live crowd, his live chat in the stream yesterday. I was like, do you guys think we could be getting swerved? I know she says she's injured and shit, and that's the news that we got, but Vegas knows something that we don't. Just like I said, I've been telling you guys for a couple weeks, Alexa Bliss was scheduled to win this. Now, for the last week, now I'm hearing it's all up in the air. But Vegas had Alexa Bliss in the top 3. So Vegas was hearing the same thing that BC was hearing. Alexa Bliss is one of the top people to win this motherfucker. And Vegas knows more shit, man. They have a lot of inside info. They had Sasha Banks in the top 10. So I asked you guys, I said, are we getting swerved? All of a sudden, the boss's music hits last night, man. Sasha motherfucking Banks comes out. She gonna be in this Rumble, dude. The game just changed, bro. As JR would say, man, Jim Ross back in the day, business just picked up. Now you thought Aaliyah was missing half her pants. Sasha was barely wearing any. Sasha Banks coming out with the whole sides of her fucking pants gone, man. So you just see her sizzling, smoking fucking legs. Sasha Banks is a whole nother level of how can you be that sexy? That's right, there's different levels, and the top level is how the fuck can you be that sexy? Right? There's sexy, there's really sexy, there's hot damn you're sexy, and then there's how the fuck can you be that sexy? Well, that's where Sasha Banks fucking resides. How's that, huh? That's right. Oh, I'm feeling it today, bro. We're in a fucking snowstorm. I gotta get to a fucking coffee somehow. This is fucking... This is one of the iced coffees I already had stored. I gotta get a nice fucking hot coffee after this review, bro. I'm feeling it. Where'd I leave off, man? What are we talking about? Oh, Sasha. I told you, man. I'm out there today, bro. We rocking. Sasha Banks, yes. Anyway, we'll move on with what she said. She says, the boss is here, and I'm ready to rumble. Pretty much, that's the exclamation point that she's gonna be in the Rumble tonight, man. All of the ladies start brawling, and it comes down to just Charlie and Sasha in the ring. Sasha tosses Charlie over the top. I'm not sure what I witnessed during this whole 15-minute segment. I'm not sure why I witnessed it, but there's a whole lot of sexy gals in there, bro, and I gotta be honest, bro. If the segment is if it's a 15-minute meaningless segment, and there's beautiful, sexy women in there, at least I'm getting something, right? I ain't gotta fucking just slope over in the fucking seat that I'm in, bored, and about to enter fucking snoozy land. At least something is garnering my fucking attention. Beautiful women, that'll do it! So I have beautiful women in Sasha's return. So even though it was a pretty fucking meaningless, stupid, what the fuck are we doing here segment, there was beautiful women in Sasha's return. So somehow, BC was fine with it. When it was all said and done, BC gives it the double thumber up. I'm sure Vince would like to give that to Austin Theory. That's another story. I can't. Cesaro and Ricochet are then defeated by Sheamus on his birthday. And Sheamus and Ridge Holland. That's right. Sheamus and Ridge Holland defeat Cesaro and Ricochet. You gotta feel bad for Cesaro, bro. After being fed to Roman Reigns several months ago, he went right back to jobber status, and now he has to tag with the mayor of Jobberville Township. Ricochet. Our number one then ends with the long-running feud between Naomi and Sonya Deville, a feud that has been 5 months in the making, and so much of the community has been crying the entire time. Why? Make it stop! BC, can you make it stop? This is going too long. It's boring. It's going in circles, Beasley. I'm like, relax. What the fuck are you talking about? I saw fucking Hangman Page and Kenny Omega go a whole year without even crossing paths as part of their storyline. Relax. They were in a team. They split the fuck up. We didn't hear a damn thing for a year. They come back together for 2 months, and everybody was raving. Relax. Relax, man. It's a believable feud. Sonya Deville is in power. She doesn't want to just wrestle or fight Naomi. She's going to make her life miserable for months. And Naomi is getting airtime, right? We're building up to this. Relax. It wasn't necessarily running in circles, man. Sonya was interrupting Naomi. Naomi would go into the office and fuck with Sonya. Adam Pearce has to get in the middle of it 1 week. Fucking the victory over Charlotte during all this. And that's what led up to this match. Or last week when Sonya Deville was the referee. I mean, there was different layers. I enjoyed the full 5 months of this. I would have gone another 3. I would have taken this to Mania. I would have gotten uber creative with Sonya and Naomi. And I still don't think it's totally done after the events of last night. But everybody, I mean, WWE especially has 1,000,001 problems. This is the one of them you're gonna cry about? You cry that Naomi isn't getting airtime. She finally gets airtime in a story. She's beaten Charlie Flair. Or no, Charlie beat her, right? A few weeks ago. Well, either way, what a banger of a fucking match. I mean, I don't understand. Or no, it was vice versa. So, you finally get Naomi in a story. In banger of matches with Charlie and such, and last night with Sonya. And we complain and we bitch because it's going too long. What's hilarious, but not really, is that for many of those weeks, the story was just 60 seconds or 90 seconds backstage of the interaction. Remember that smack that Sonya gave Naomi? Sent her into a wall? That was badass, bro. That was the most realistic part of the entire 2-hour show that week. And people are complaining about a storyline that just took 60 to 90 seconds of their time on a 2-hour show. Daniel Bryan Danielson once coined the phrase, fans are fickle these days. And they really are fickle. They claim they want one thing, they get it, and they fucking turn the other cheek. They say they want one thing, they get it, and they'll complain and bitch about it. Well, it's BC's channel, and I'm going to tell you exactly what BC was thinking the entire 5 months. I fucking loved it. And last night's match between Naomi and Sonya Deville finally coming to a head one-on-one, it was an absolute banger of a match. I am so proud of Naomi, bro. Rear view and the moonsault combo and defeats Sonya Deville. The matches Naomi has been having have been incredible. The matches Naomi has been having, immaculate. That's what she always does, though, let's be honest. I say it all the time, the problem with Naomi is she's too fucking good. It's almost like she has to dumb herself down. It's almost like she's going half speed because she has to. And even at half speed, or so it seems, she's still always the highlight reel in her matches. You ever notice that? She's always the talking points. The best wrestling in a Naomi match is usually from Naomi. I've been saying that for years. People always want to come up with something stupid. Yeah, she'd be a big star, Beasley, but her promos need work. Bullshit. If that's the case, then 99% of the women's division, their promos need work. 99% of the roster, including the men, need promo work then, alright? Don't get me started on Ricochet. The mayor of residential Jobber Township. One hell of a community where you know your neighbor is going to be a jobber. Every neighbor. Don't get me started on Ricochet's fucking promos. The whole fucking roster. Get me started on Matt Riddle. Every time he fucking speaks, I gotta run for the mute button. You know, back in the day, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage, they could speak for 10 minutes and you really didn't understand what the fuck they were saying, but you knew you were captivated and you needed to see what the fuck they were gonna do next. You didn't know what they were on. With Matt Riddle, you know exactly what he's on, and he starts speaking. You still don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but you ain't captivated. You don't give a shit. You just want him to shut up. But Naomi, all of a sudden, promo work needs to up the game, BC. She needs to up the promo game, and then she'll be a big star. No, she could become the most flawless promo in the company, and you'll still find a way to hold her down. The most fucking skilled motherfucker you're gonna come across athletically. In Naomi, it looks like she's going 80% to dumb herself down. She produces another banger last night. Naomi in there with Charlie Flair. We got fucking 17 plows all outside now, man. I'm hearing plow after plow, man. They're on top of one another. And they don't give a shit. They're running into cars. You don't want to move, bitch? Boom. Man, we got a ton of plows now, man. This is one heck of a storm we getting hit with. Anyway, Naomi, man, I really hope this momentum continues. Afterwards, Sonya Deville said, yeah, you like your precious Royal Rumble spot. Well, now you're going to have to deal with a new surprise entrant, me, Sonya Deville. So you know that the storyline here is that Deville is going to be out to get Naomi in the Rumble, and she's probably going to eliminate Naomi. So that's the deal there, man. So that's what I mean about, I don't think this is totally done, and I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool if you want to go another round. Deville? She didn't just hold her own last night. Deville put out the banger with Naomi. The two of them. I mean, just a few weeks ago, we saw Charlotte and Naomi put on a fucking banger, and here is Naomi and Sonya. This is what I mean. When somebody produces one banger after another, you have to decide, you have to do your research. Who is the common denominator in all of this? The common denominator here is Naomi. This is what she does. She's done it for years, though. A lot of fans just don't want to fucking put stock into her, don't want to believe it. They want to turn the other way. I don't see her as a big star. She could be a mega star. That whole glow gimmick, that could be money if Vince McMahon just gave her a fucking ounce of respect. Just a second, just a little bit of time a day. A little bit of care. That whole fucking gimmick could be money, man. Those glow titles, just stop with it would disrespect championships. I was around for a fucking spinning championship, bro. Like, you spun the belt and it goes in a circle. Okay? If that's not tarnishing or diminishing the prestige of a belt, of a title, of a championship, then I don't know what is. Okay? Once that happened, that crossed the line, okay, that made it possible for a fucking glow title, dude. If you could turn a title into a Brahma Bull title or a Rattlesnake title, if you can Fit it to a character. Back in the day, the Warrior, he was very colorful. So when he won the IC title, they actually changed the strap to different colors. He would come out, it wasn't just a black leather strap. It would be fucking red, it would be green, blue, light blue. They've changed belts to fit characters for years and years. You can't have a glow title, bro? I'd totally be on board. And again, you don't have to have her paraded out there all the time glowing. Every now and again, she can show up to live events with the glowing title and sell a shit ton of it. Make the company money, make her money, sell that shit in Target, come out to a pay-per-view every now and again with a fucking glowing title. Imagine her entrance when it's all dark and everything's lit up and you have a glowing fucking title. It's money! And I know it's money. I don't need anybody to validate that fact because I saw the response after it happened and people were like, oh, I can't wait to buy that shit. Oh, that's going to be great when she comes to the ring. I saw the response and Vince just totally took a shit on it because she did that innovation on her own. She did that without Vince's okaying it or approval or Vince's idea. No, it was hers, and she was just trying it out at a live event, seeing if it clicked. It clicked. Naomi thought Vince would be proud, happy. Vince did nothing with it. But he did send her on a trip right back to fucking catering. It's pathetic. 10 fucking years with the company-ish, give or take a year. And just a couple of title reigns, bro? And I thought she damn well represented the company beautifully when she did have the fucking titles. She just still wasn't given the time of day. Anyway, that's my Naomi spiel. The motherfucker is that gal. She is one of the best in this industry. And I can say that with a straight face and with full confidence and respect for her. And in her. It's time that we all just start admitting Naomi deserves a lot more. Up next, was this hour number 2 we're going into? In Zayn? It's a new talk show with Sami Zayn. Zayn describes In Zayn as a live podcast. His first guests are Jinder Mahal and Stanky. Basically, the whole deal was no matter what Mahal and the Stankster said, Zayn's attention was locked on Johnny Knoxville and wouldn't stop bringing him up. So that was this whole spiel. Crowd starts to boo. Zayn says, no, don't boo. You can't boo. I'm doing a podcast. I can't have booing on the podcast. Oh, man. LMAO moment. Zayn is great, bro. Zayn is great. I mean, that's a huge catch for WWE to re-sign this motherfucker. and Zayn said he's happy. Zayn said, in a recent interview, he says, I know there's this notion by a lot of fans that everybody in WWE is just unhappy and we don't want to be here and we don't like our spot. He said, but that's just not the case with me. I love being here. I love my spot. And I wanted to resign. They wanted to resign me. Beautiful relationship. I think Kevin Owens is in the same light. I think AJ Styles admitted the same words. AJ Styles, just a couple months ago, said he's happy with his spot in the company. And at that point, he was attached to the hip with Omos for an entire year. So a lot of these people that you would think would be perfect for like an AEW, you know, like AJ Styles, because all of his friends are over there, and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, you know, who have that indie mentality. They came from the indies. No, these guys are WWE lifers. You know, they really love it there. AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. So, interesting. It was an interesting interview, man. And that's a big re-signing for WWE. This dude is just great in everything he does. I think Sami Zayn hits home runs every time he's out there. And even though this was a fucking odd shit segment with this In Zayn with Mahal and the Stankster, Zayn at least got a couple laughs out of BC, man. Rick Boogs and IC champ Shinsuke Nakamura hit the ring, and we're set for a tag team match. Shinsuke and Boogs versus Mahal and Stanky. Shinsuke literally just got cleared to compete, by the way, and Vince wasted no time. Even though Nakamura is our IC title holder, this match was all about Rick Boogs. He carried the match, and he scored the ultimate victory over the Stankster via the Boogs Cruise finisher. Up next was the New Day, Kofi and Big E versus Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin. It's so sad to see Big E just shipped right back to New Day status, bro. When Xavier got injured, BC thought, hey, now Kofi can be back in singles action, and Big E's over here doing his thing singly on the red brand. Nope. Xavier got injured, and they just shipped Big E to the blue brand. With no explanation whatsoever. Cole tried to sell us last week that it's because it's Rumble season, and that's why we're seeing superstars flip brands. But the red brand didn't see any blue wave on Monday night. It was just Rollins over for the Roman feud in title match, and Big E just to put him back with Kofi Kingston. And I told you guys a couple videos ago that Fox was unhappy with Vince McMahon because for 1 week in particular, they didn't have Roman Reigns or Sasha Banks on the show, and they felt that WWE lacked star power. They felt that there was no real stars to advertise, not just for that show, but afterwards when they're trying to promote it on social media. What everybody missed on SmackDown. There was no Roman, there was no Sasha. Fox was pissed off. They had a meeting with Vince. I told you guys all about it a couple videos ago, and they want stars. And sure enough, here comes Seth Rollins. Here comes Big E. Here comes Brock Lesnar, we're hearing is going to be exclusively to the blue brand. Last night, I don't know if they were in dark matches or just going over what they're going to be doing in the Rumble or just having meetings with Vince, but Tommaso Ciampa was backstage last night. Roddy Strong was backstage. Dakota Kai was backstage. LA Knight, a plethora. Io Shirai. So the blue brand's going to be getting a lot of stars because that's what Fox wanted. And it's just so sad that now Big E is just now, like there's no explanation, man. You can't just say, oh, it's Rumble season, and that's why. Guys, you're trying to sell us that it's Rumble season and Big E is just showing up. He was literally booked in a blue brand match last night. This is supposed to be a brand split. Big E was just the red brand champion last month, and this dude is booked. Booked. Is nobody thinking about this but BC? Nobody thinks this is ludicrous? For all the just sit back, watch, and enjoy it people out there, how can you fucking fathom this? He's booked in a fucking blue brand match, and nobody is blinking an eye. Nobody's even talking about how he's a Raw superstar. No, he seamlessly just transitioned right into the blue brand, and they don't want anybody to notice. Right back with the New Day. That's why I said when he dropped the title to Brock Lesnar, that's why I said immediately in that Good, the Bad, and the Ugly review, Big E was done filthy. Not just dirty, filthy. That's no disrespect to the New Day. The shtick has been done for years. It was time for Big E to be on his own and have a memorable title reign, and he was never given that. Xavier gets injured, and now he fucking flies over to the blue brand just to start the New Day again. Vince McMahon panicked. Oh no! No, we can't have Kofi by himself. It's gotta be the New Day. It's not a new day if we're seeing the same shit. It's the same day. Yes, it is. Sad what happened to fucking Big E, bro. Midnight Hour is hit on Madcap Moss, and Big E scores the W. I know. He's getting wins lately. New Day scored a victory. Big E scored the W. He's not being done filthy, basically. Hey, maybe this could lead to a SmackDown tag team title reign. Big E and Kofi. Yeah, all right. What a consolation prize. Dude was just the WWE champion, and now he's back in the tag division trying to get tag gold. I feel like we just went backwards. 2 steps forward for Big E, 22 steps backwards. The main event segment was reserved for a straight-up one-on-one face-to-face promo seg between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins ahead of their Universal title match at the Royal Rumble. No physicality here, nothing that jumped off the TV screen. Just a good, believable, very personal promo from both dudes. Rollins this week did not get out-heeled like a couple weeks ago, and that's huge, man. A few weeks ago when Roman called him a clown, you sound like a clown, you look like a clown, you are a clown. And then he just left the ring and Rollins just stood there. I felt that was bad, dude. This is heel versus heel. Rollins is playing that heel character beautifully as of late, and he just got out-heeled, and you never want a heel to be out-heeled, man. It's going to make them look like an actual clown, like a joke. This week, man, Rollins came firing, man. He got under Roman's skin. Roman pushed Seth Rollins like 3 fucking times, like you would with your buddy in like a bar, you know, and you had a few beers, you're having a disagreement, and you're just starting to push your buddy, or just push somebody you don't like, who knows. But Roman didn't just start throwing bows, he's like pushing him because it was very personal for Roman. And that's what Rollins was trying to do, really get under him. So this is what I mean, man. This was that moment for Seth Rollins to really regain that heel status that he once had. He did beautifully last night, man. And he was not out-heeled. He out-heeled Roman a little bit, man. He got under Roman. So now they're 1-for-1. We go into the match tonight. We'll see, man. It's up in the air. Nobody knows who's going to walk out. Is it going to be Bobby Lashley walking out with the title? And if that's the case, is he just going to be a transition champ and just give it to someone else at WrestleMania? And getting to WrestleMania, is he just going to have a lackluster reign? Because that's what we saw for Bobby Lashley's last reign. But I did hear that Brock Lesnar is supposed to be exclusively on the blue brand post-Royal Rumble. If he's exclusively blue brand, wouldn't he have to lose the title to Bobby Lashley? I just don't know if that's going to help Lashley at all. And if Roman drops the belt to Rollins, then Rollins would go to the red brand with it? Or would he stay, I guess he would stay blue brand, or do they come up with something where Rollins takes that belt over to the red brand, and if Brock beats Bobby, then Brock switches over. I mean, Vince will do this shit without any explanation. So you say like, no, that's not how it works, BC. I've seen Vince McMahon do a lot of shit that just is not how it works. Like, oh, I don't know, the brand split. I don't know, man. It's so many questions. You know, at this point, you just got to stop with the headaches, watch it all unfold, see what they do, and hope that there's some semblance of sense tonight. Some type of logic in it all when both title matches go off the air tonight. Because I don't know how they're going to fucking do this. Showing off the air, again, no physicality, just some words. I think a Superman punch was attempted, but Rollins was able to duck out of the ring and just laugh. And we go off the air. And BC surprised they didn't have a Rumble brawl to take us off the air. You know, everybody in attendance, all the superstars backstage just go out in a Rumble brawl like they do for Survivor Series and shit like that. Because they had a lot of talent backstage. I told you guys, there was a lot of SmackDown talent and a lot of NXT talent up in there. And they decided just to go with a little bit of talk. Rollins is laughing, Roman is pissed, and we fade to black. I don't even know if we faded to black. Maybe Fox just booted the show off the air at that point. That is your go-home show for the Rumble tonight, guys. SmackDown, January 28th, 2022. I gotta battle through this blizzard, guys. I gotta go through the trenches to get a coffee, run some errands, and hopefully be back in time for the Rumble tonight so that I can take my notes with due diligence. And within the next 24 hours, man, stay subscribed and notified because we got the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's one of the biggest reviews of the year. The Royal Rumble Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is a big one. So it's going to be a huge, huge review. Can't wait to do it, guys. But again, I got to battle through this blizzard. So this is where BC says, check your leader. Think, be, live, amplified. BC, and I'm out. Hit my music, Steffi! Steffi, the red button, man. Can nobody understand the red button? It literally says BC's music. Yeah. There you go. No, that's yellow. There you go. Hit that shit, Steffi. I'm out.